Thank you, Ron. It's 8:46, 14 before 9 o'clock. It's Indiana in the Morning here on AM 1450 WDAD. Glad that you're here with us today. Cloudy early, mostly sunny this afternoon, a high of 42. Our Indigo bus stop temperature right now, 34 degrees. Indigo, connecting Indiana County. All right. Brett Johns is with us this morning, and Katrina Caden may be in to visit with us. But, Brett, we wanted to get you in this morning and talk about Indiana Players. The annual One Act Festival is this weekend, right?
That's right. We open up tomorrow night at 7:30. It's the third one.
Wow.
And it looks pretty exciting. We've got 6 plays. 3 of those were written by locals.
Mm-hmm.
We've got comedy. We've got an improv thing going on. One of the plays is a group where they play improv games. We take suggestions from the audience and make a scene from that and try to keep people laughing.
Yeah. Well, that's a good plan. That's a good plan. The event begins at what time?
7:30 on Friday and Saturday, and 2:30 on Sunday. That's this weekend and next weekend.
At the Philadelphia Street Playhouse.
That's right, Philadelphia Street Playhouse, 725 Philadelphia Street.
There you go.
Right across from here.
The annual One Act Festival. How many years for this, did you say?
This is the third. This is the third, and last year it was one weekend. When it first started out, it was just 2 nights, but the demand was so high that it's a full part of our season now, so it's got the full 2 weekends. And this year we've got 6 plays.
No, that's terrific. I know that you write. Do you have one of them?
No, I don't.
No?
No, I'm just helping out, and a lot of the directors are first-time directors.
Oh, good.
Getting their feet wet, as it were, too. We feel this is a good opportunity for someone new who wants to get involved. It has some experience with the theater, but to actually get their chance to take the reins and make it happen. And then maybe next year or the year after they'll submit and do one in our regular season and direct us.
So you have been able to watch, I assume, some of these things coming together in rehearsal?
Yes, and they're really amazing. We've got Apollo and Daphne, which is an adaptation of Ovid's tales from his Metamorphoses. That was adapted actually for the stage by local Emily Fisher, and it's amazing. They've got I brought some pictures here for you to look at.
There you go. Hold them up to the
costumes.
microphone so everyone can see.
Well, you can see that these togas are really authentic looking, and they went all out. Our costumer, Carrie Estes, really deserves some credit here. But we've got them. They're reciting part of the Metamorphoses, but they are also dramatizing it at the same time. It's the story is Apollo wants to capture or take Daphne, and Daphne is a lifelong virgin. That's what she's dedicated her life to, and so of course the chase ensues, and you don't cross the gods, and when you do, something bad happens.
Yeah, that can tend to be a little bit of a conflict there for old Apollo and poor Daphne. That's one of the one-act plays.
One of the 6, yes. We've also got Overtones, which is it's a play from, I think it's around 1910, and it's really interesting about these 2 upper-class women who don't much like each other, and while they're having a polite dinner conversation, we actually have 2 people playing this character. Their id, as it were, comes out and says what they really feel, and so you sort of have these 2 ladies sitting there trying to have a pleasant conversation, while behind them, their other half are arguing and making fun of each other and letting their true motives come through.
I assume they're dressed the same so that you would get that idea.
Yes. It's really nice because they've got as you can see in the picture here, they've got the same color scheme and similar style, but you can see that their inside selves are much more ragged. And this was actually costumed by Shannon Herring.
Just imagine if you could have gotten twins to do that.
that was talked about during the audition process, but. Well, these 4 actors, I mean, I think they pull it off just fine. It's a pretty amazing play. A lot of fun.
Yeah. So as you sit there and you watch these things come together, and you see maybe some surprising new talent here in Indiana County, have you been surprised watching the way that the Indiana Players work about the depth of the talent here in the county?
Yes, I have. I mean, I first got with the Players about 5 years ago. I was 40. My youngest daughter said, "Hey, Brett, why don't you come up here?" She tried out for the Jungle Book and had a great time. She said, "Why don't you come up here and try out? You love to go to the theater. Why don't you be a part of it?" Acting's not for me. And I went, how daughters can just, okay. I went, I tried out, got involved, fell in love with it. And so here it is 5 years later. Now I've directed 2 plays. I've written a play. I've acted in a bunch of stuff, and I've gotten to meet a lot of really great people.
Yeah.
And the thing is, a lot of people come in there. We have some people come in with this background in theater, and they're very, knowledgeable, and they share with everyone else. We get a lot of people come in there with no experience whatsoever. A couple months later, they're taking on a lead role in a play, and if you didn't see them before, you would never know that this is just their second play.
You have to watch them blossom right in front of your eyes.
It really is amazing, and especially with the kids, because it's a great place. I've got a family, and try to get my kids in there, my wife up there, get involved in different aspects, and it's a great way to really bond with them in a way that you wouldn't do at home. I mean, we're working together towards a common goal, and opening night. It's better than a birthday at our house.
There you go.
It really
now you mentioned there's comedy, there's drama.
Yes.
Music?
No musical.
No musical.
No musical.
Next
year. Hopefully, yeah. Well, one-act musicals, the short ones, those are hard to find.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done musicals in the past. They're not in the one-act festival, but I would love to see that. Can we issue a challenge to your listeners?
There you go.
Can we get somebody out there to submit a musical for next year's one-act festival?
Go ahead, write one up.
Write one up, find one that's already written, and bring it to us. But yeah, why not? We can make it happen.
There you go. The Indiana Players. Brett Johns is with us here this morning. Brett, give us again the times for the shows this weekend.
Well, it opens tomorrow night at 7:30, and it'll be on Saturday at 7:30, and then Sunday at 2:30. You'll get out in time for the Super Bowl. No worries there. And then the following weekend, we have 7:30 on Friday and Saturday night, and Sunday at 2:30.
Tickets in advance or just at the door?
Yes, you can get tickets in advance. You can order them through our website, www.indianaplayers.com. And you can order them by credit card that way, or you can call for reservations at 724-464-0725.
Now, you mentioned the costuming
yes.
for the festival this weekend, and for Indiana Players Productions as a whole. When it comes down to it, you don't have to be an actor to be involved in Indiana Players. There are sets to be designed. There are roles to play that are not on stage and in front of the audience. Many ways that you can become involved.
No, that's true, and I'm glad you mentioned that. One of my daughters, Ixie, she's not one to get on the stage, but she's up there painting the set. There's a lot of people. You don't need to be in the spotlight because a lot goes behind the scenes, and
someone has to shine the spotlight.
Exactly. In fact, I don't want to. I hope I'm not embarrassing him, but the guy who's running lights, his name's John. He's running lights this time. This is going to be his first show running lights. He's been working these past 2 weeks with the previous light board operator trying to figure it out, and I'll tell you what, nobody on stage knows.
Yeah?
No, he's doing a great job.
Terrific. The shows this weekend and next weekend, the annual Indiana Players One-Act Festival. So things going well for the Indiana Players, and certainly you'd love to see the seats get all filled up for this one.
Oh, of course. That's really where, that's where our money comes from, is people. We're a nonprofit. We survive on our ticket sales and generous donations from local businesses and people.
All right, let's make it happen here these next 2 weekends. Now, what's in the future after this?
In the future, see, the next play is My Three Angels.
My Three Angels?
Yes.
Is Fred McMurray in it at all?
It's about these three convicts in a French penal colony, and they meet this family there who's going through some interesting times, and basically these are the convicts with the heart of gold. It's going to be directed by Mary Jo Bowes, who used to teach at the high school here.
Sure, she was just in here last week, as a matter of fact, for the high school presentation.
Well, as soon as she finished that, then she had auditions for this. She's already cast, and they start rehearsing. I think on Monday.
Maybe it was a couple years ago. My Three Angels. I sort of get a picture in my head of Charlie's Angels, My Three Sons, and Three's Company all combined. My Three Angels Company. Boy, the possibilities are endless, aren't they?
Yeah, I've got to work on I've been working on a play. That sounds like that might be my next idea there.
My Three Angels Company. Very good. All right, Brett, thanks so much for coming in to tell us about the shows this weekend and next weekend and what's in the future for the Indiana Players. Again, give the website information.
It's www.indianaplayers.com. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/IndianaPlayers. And the phone number for the Playhouse is 724-464-0725.
7 o'clock next 2 nights?
7:30.
7:30 next 2 nights, and 2:30 on Sunday.
Yes.
Good shape. Thanks, Brett.
Thank you so much.
It's Indiana in the morning, and it's AM 1450 WD.